with experts saying we are entering a recession and grappling now with an uncertain economic future. We're all trying to save money and we're tightening our belts.
However, that doesn't apply to a recent trip that 9 Denver International executives took to Spain. They flew to Madrid for a conference last month, each spending as much as $19,000 on round trip first class and business class tickets paid for with public money. CBS News investigator Brian Moss found those records and joins us now live in studio.
So what does the airport say about what you dug up, Brian?
We interviewed the CEO of DIA, and he's defending this practice, defending this trip, and defending the money that was spent on this. He says what they learned at the conference will lead to savings that will offset these costly tickets. But he's also saying they'll review the policies that led to what we uncovered.
I'm here at Passenger Terminal Expo.
The Passenger Terminal Expo in Madrid, Spain, ran for 3 days, April 8th to the 10th, attracting 1,700 attendees from airports around the world.
For automation.
Here to learn about trends and developments in airport terminals. Among the attendees, DIA's CEO Phil Washington and his executive staff. He approved all 9 of them flying first class or business class to Madrid and back, the most luxurious and expensive class of service available.
When we booked the flights, our travel agent booked it that way because the policy allowed it.
Just because the policy allows it doesn't mean you have to do it. All 9 enjoying premium first class and Polaris flights where seats convert to beds.
And even optional pajamas on
and other top shelf amenities. For DIA's Chief Operating Officer Dave Laporte, his round trip ticket cost more than $19,000. For the airport's Vice President of Planning and Design, Bill Poole, his round-trip ticket clocked in at a hair under $16,000. Many of the other airfares were between $10,000 and $15,000. You can find round-trip fares from Denver to Madrid for as little as $1,200 in economy. For a premium economy upgraded seat on United Airlines, you can find that for less than $3,000. Just a fraction of what the DIA executives spent. Did all 9 of your people really need to fly first class and business class, both over and all the way back, or was that just something you wanted to do?
You got to hit the ground running. You literally go from the plane to a meeting or a conference or whatever. So this is, for those reasons, this is allowed in our travel policy, and we did it.
But we found every one of the DIA execs landed in Madrid the morning of April 7th. The conference didn't start until 24 hours later, April 8th. And the executives all flew back on a Friday, the day after the conference ended. What's the business purpose of upgrading to first and business class all the way home when everybody was flying home on a Friday and they had the entire weekend to recuperate?
The policy allows that, and so we took advantage of that.
Couldn't you have saved some money for the public here?
I think that we're always thinking about saving money, and we'll continue to do that.
And while DIA's travel policy allows upgrades on longer flights, the policy also forbids employees from extending work trips for more than 2 days, an apparent attempt to stop employees from using business trips as a jumping-off point for vacations.
Den is critical to the future success.
But we found that's exactly what Washington's Chief of Staff, Maria Meliandez, did. After flying business class to the Madrid conference, when it ended, she apparently spent another 2 weeks in Europe before flying home, again business class, far more than the extra 2 days allowed under DIA policy. Her airfare and 3-day conference costs totaled just under $18,000. I mean, it's clearly a violation of the Denver International Airport employee travel policies.
Yeah, and we'll deal with that accordingly.
By comparison, Los Angeles International Airport sent just 4 people to the conference. For flights, hotels, meals, and conference costs, DIA spent about $165,000 on this trip, or an average of $18,000 for each traveler. Phil Washington signed off on and approved every one of those trips. He maintains knowledge his executives gained and will implement from this conference. We'll end up saving a lot more than was spent on these flights.
Thank you.
But he acknowledges that after our investigation, there might be a bit of soul searching.
We always review and re-examine all of our policies. We'll take a look at this one. If it makes sense to revise it, then we will do that.
DIA workers are allowed to keep all frequent flyer miles they accrue on trips like this, which is typical in both the public and private sector. DIA is what's known as an enterprise fund, so money for expenses like these deluxe flights comes from airport user fees, what we pay for parking and concessions at the airport, along with rental car fees. But a big price tag on this trip, and particularly on those flights.
Yeah, certainly pricey. All right, Brian, thank you.
Yeah.